him talking about. Right.
Okay.
All you kept telling me was, he ain't here.
He didn't.
He not playing.
But he didn't. So that was a question. He didn't say, I would do it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was asking. And he said down the line. So I don't understand it.
Uh-huh. And
it wasn't like, I'm going to win HOH and I'm going to throw him up.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has expressed a lot to you about whatever it is that he feels about me. And I don't think you've really told me about it.
Okay, I would disagree. And I can 100% say no. Today was his first time coming to me and saying that. And he said, quote, what's going on with Davon? And I said specifically, quote, she's on her period.
Yeah.
So she might be a little, what's up? And he goes, well, I feel this way, which is everything he said, because Janelle told me blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, you need to tell her, because if you don't, she's going to be pissed. But there's never been I don't like her, I don't feel like she's blah, blah, blah. None of that. Only thing, like I said, it's been me and Dee had a good conversation, but there's been nothing. Promise. But I
don't give a shit.
That's it. No. You know what I'm saying? So, specifically, you know what I'm saying? Specifically today, we had the same conversation, and I said to him, David, she doesn't know you. There's no reason for her to have this built-in trust with you. And I said, we've had very different lives. I said, so this cause for her is very serious. We don't know about how you feel about it. He's like, no, I'm with it. I said, great, you're communicating that to me, and I've heard it. Have you communicated that to her? And he goes, no, not yet. I want to talk to her. And I'm like, talk to her. So the conversation I have, there has been no of him coming to me. That ain't happening. Today was the first time he even said, what's going on with Day? Period. Because I would tell you. So don't even question that. Him bringing up the Cody and Tyler thing, that was a hypothetical in the future. And I even was like, are you going to try to win HOH? And he didn't have an answer. So, but the whole Cody and Tyler saying you were the one that flipped the boat, that was my first time hearing that. That's why I was like, and like I said, now I feel kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Especially after the conversation we had with Tyler yesterday.
Right. So what do I do with that?
Let's discuss between me and you. What do you want to do? Because for me,
I want to ask.
Then ask. Let me be completely frank, because I already told him, I said, so you not telling us immediately has made us look stupid for the last 2 weeks. Period. And then him being like, well, if you want to use it to throw away my game, pause, backspace. This is the first time playing this game. This is All Stars. So if you really think that you got it tight in with them and they ain't asked you to be in an alliance, you don't even have a game.
And I wanted to say that so bad, Bayleigh, but I'm like, if I say anything else, this man is going to
but
never
speak to me. I tried to hint at it, and I said, they've already established their ranks. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to step on him. But at the end of the day, he's not in with them day. But here's the problem. Well, this is the hindsight information. We know that we're in a actual alliance that has been named, and we got all blah, 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 blah. So if there is a Kiki, a whisper, a plant, and the problem is that both Cody and Tyler said it. So did they plan it together and say it separately? Was this a three-way conversation? There's so many things we need to know because that changes the game.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
So bad. That makes shit so different. That makes shit
But also,
different.
we've had the conversation of getting information and blowing up and how that fucks things up.
Correct.
So it is. We have to sit on it. We have to swallow it.
That's easy for you because they're not saying Bayleigh.
No. I'm saying we have to swallow it right now. It should be fact-checked. It should be asked. But the approach.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. And, like I said, I'm appalled that they're not saying me. If anybody's name Janelle could use, it's mine. Because I was like, whatever you want, whatever you want. You did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just insert this. I'm just as concerned about your game as mine, if not more, because I can't do this without you. I would go crazy. I cannot.
You can.
No.
You can.
I cannot. I will not. I'm not.
But, that really bothers me.
It should. That's why I was sitting there so stuck, because I'm like, wait, that was my first time? What?
That bothers me so much.
Yeah, I'm shook.
I don't.
No, that was like left field. I didn't, like, what? Okay,
What if he's lying though?
we need to.
That's another fact.
Okay,
What
so
if he's lying?
So let me ask you this. Backtrack. So let's get past that. We're definitely going to fact check it. We have to. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
there's
just Big
no way
Brother.
around it.
Period.
There's no way around it.
But do you want to do it separately to see if the stories match up, or do you want to do it all in one room so that they don't have time to warn each other?
It's like calling a fucking house meeting. It's almost like calling a house meeting, even though it would just be like the 3 or the 4 of us. It still would be like, that's weird. And see, shit like that makes sense for Tyler. Because how he played last season.
Right. Also,
But that would be a lie, though, because I never once told them anything. Anytime they talked to me, I was always, I'm keeping David.
right. So that's why knowing where that came from is very important.
But he's saying it came from them.
Right. But where did they get it from?
Right.
Was that a decision to say, let's just say Day, and they decided to throw her name under the bus? Or do they think that actually happened? Like,
Right. So then, to save him, how do I go to them and say, hey, did you two say that
You say it in so I was having a conversation with David, and he was kind of like, you just say, he was kind of like, hey, I don't know where we stand, because last week I thought you were trying to flip the vote against me. Right. And he said it was in conversation, and your names came up. What's up? So it's not an accusation. It's not it's just okay, I don't know where I stand with David now. What's going on? And then they can feel like, oh, I said this, or reassuring, whatever. And then you can read that for what it is.